was suffering from depression the previous year through the psychological and emotional abuse that I was receiving. And in some ways, I think I was just so relieved that it was all out in the open and that I'd got a way out, really. My husband had a second floor flat similar to the setup I live in here, and he assaulted me, head-butted me on several times, and he was witnessed by two women from outside the window who called the police, and next thing there was a knock at the door and they whisked him away. That was it. That was kept him in the cells overnight, and they removed me for my own safety. So I had to start rebuilding, and contacted SAFA, because I'd been a naval nurse. They suggested I go online and try and find dedicated support for nurses. It's amazing how many people do come to your aid. People that you know, people that you don't know. I depended very much on the kindness of strangers, and Cavell Nurses Trust at that time was strangers, and they've subsequently become good friends. Do you know, if I was to honestly say, I would say it's the difference between survival and complete and utter destitution, because I couldn't have managed without their support. I barely keep afloat now, but without them, I think I'd just sunk under. I don't know what I would have done, to be quite honest. I think that there is a perception that nurses probably should be able to cope with everything that's thrown at them, but sometimes we need to help to do that. Well, I think one of the main aims of the Trust is to help nurses like me, and I think unless people can stand up and say, you know, awful things happen to people unexpectedly, you know, you can't prevent disaster hitting your life. And I think to be able to tell people, yes, I was at rock bottom. Not much more could have gone wrong in my life, but you can rebuild, you can fight your way back with help and support. And I would just like to say to my fellow nurses, don't be afraid, don't be ashamed to ask for help, because it's there for you. Yeah? And I'd like to encourage them to say, even if they're the victims of abuse, they may feel that that's a shameful thing, but it's not. Unfortunately, it's very common. And if you can find your way out, get the help you can get from Cavell Nurses Trust. They're there for you.